playing around with this restream, and last week I thought it was super cool because I got this like countdown timer, but then it didn't show on the recording, so I have no idea. And now, when I was setting this live stream schedule up, I couldn't even find the countdown timer. So I'm going to have to look or contact support because I thought that was super cool. It was like counting down. So I thought, when it posted, then it would be kind of cool to see the countdown. I don't know. Maybe it's not important, but in any event, my name is Victoria Huff. I am the founder of The Happy Executive. We help introverts implement sales systems and strategies into their businesses so that they can be heard, get seen, and earn more revenue. And of course, recognition as well. So today I wanted to talk to you about just getting things set up for success for 2024. And we don't have all the time in the world tonight. Obviously, I'm going to be scheduling some workshops and some master classes so that we can really get to work. But what I wanted to talk about really tonight, and to really glean your insights, is this: like, when you look at what you're doing on a daily basis, like if you were going to list it out, you know, which one or which things on your list directly relate to revenue producing activities? That's super, super important. Now, if you've been in this online world or in business, for a while, no doubt you have heard of following the 80/20 rule. People have written books about it, there are YouTube videos. And what it really means to me is identifying those few things, and it really is a few as opposed to a long list, that directly relate to the revenue producing activities. Because what I see sometimes from the coaching work that I've done is that people are focusing on the wrong things. I've heard people say, "Well, I'm not going to try to get clients, or I'm not going to talk to any prospects until I get my website up. Or I'm not going to approach any potential clients or any groups until my book is published." Okay, those are not the right thoughts to have in your head. So if you happen to catch yourself saying that or thinking that, like, I got to get my website up, or, maybe you're a more established business, all right, and you're looking to wait until your company goes through rebranding. No, the revenue producing activities need to occur every single day. Now, the good news is that, unlike in the 90s, we have more opportunities to automate some tasks, not all of them, because we still have to have the human interaction, right, in our business on a daily basis. With the transactions, we still have to have that human touch. However, we can certainly be smart about it and be able to plan out which systems can we use so that we can automate some of these processes, like follow up, right? You don't have to do, I mean, definitely good to have call on the phone, send a text message, but you can use automation for some of the follow up. You can use automation for some of the check ins, meaning to just send a message and just ask them, how are they doing? How are things going? And then when they respond back, then you can take it to the next step and see where it needs to be routed to. So, excuse me. So, I was going to take a drink of water, but maybe I'll wait. Okay, so really getting laser lucid focused on which activities are related to the revenue producing ones and do those. Have a structure around maximizing those activities, those tasks. Because chances are the other things can either wait, they can be eliminated, or they can be delegated. But you need to make sure that you have the systems in place and the processes so that your business can be producing revenue every day. Another common thing that I hear a lot, people say, we don't have enough leads. We don't have enough leads. Okay, well, in a lot of cases, people have the leads, but they may not be doing the right things with the leads, or they get cold. And if there's one thing that I've learned by running a business, and I've had a brick and mortar business as well as an online business, is that we must have the systems and strategies in place so that we can be super effective in what we're doing. Everyone has an area of specialty, right? We have to have some market domination, right? In whatever specialty we are in, whatever specialty we claim. However, if we don't have the right systems and strategies, a few things could happen, right? We could burn out. We could run out of cash. We could be, you know, let's say we have a team, we could have a, lack of communication and be, you know, bringing clients in. Like, let's say you have an appointment setter and then you're not able to fulfill those services. That's going to get you nowhere in a hurry, right? Because reputation is everything. And if we don't have the systems and the strategies in place, then, we're going to have these constraints. We're going to have these areas in our business. We can call them constraints, but those can really create a lot of headaches and chaos. And most importantly, if it impacts your clients, whether the new ones or the existing ones, that is certainly it is just, I've seen it happen in other businesses, and it just leads to a big source of frustration. And in a lot of cases, that could have been avoided if they would have had the right systems and the strategies in place. And on top of that, the main message that I was trying to get at today was making sure that we are doing the right things on a daily basis. And if you've seen any of my posts on the not to do list, that's one of the ideas behind this concept, because some people need a not to do list so that they do not focus on the wrong things. because those wrong things aren't going to consistently be bringing in revenue to our businesses so that we can duplicate and really get laser lucid clear on what is going to take our businesses to the next level. So, like I said, it's not that people that are working for you and you, if you are in a direct selling role, it's not that you're lacking energy necessarily. It's not that you're lazy. However, I feel that people don't focus on the right things in a lot of cases. And this comes from working with people one on one and being able to determine by, them keeping track of their activities, and seeing, what is it that they're doing. And then also, what are they focusing on? And then, in so many cases, like lots of areas of life, right? It can be the small shifts that make the biggest impact. Think about that. Oh, excuse me. Coughing, I'm sneezing. I think I have some seasonal allergies again or something. But anyways, sorry for the sneeze. But really think about that. Small shifts can really lead to the biggest impacts. So I would challenge you to take a closer look at, you know, what are you spending your time on a daily basis? I mean, if we follow the most common recommended teachings, it's, really just having 3 to 5 things. 5 things is a lot, but really just having 3 to 5 things on our list of things to do on a daily basis. Okay. 5 is really a lot. So maybe if you, and depending on what else you have going on, right? Like you may be conducting client calls on a regular basis. So really, is it realistic for you to put 5 other things on your list? Maybe not. Maybe what's realistic is, one big thing or 3 things at the most. But the laundry list, has got to go. And I learned that from personal experience. So I challenge you, and you can do it really just on your phone unless you want to write it down. I like to write things down on paper, sometimes in a journal as opposed to on my phone. But if I want to have the notes accessible to me, like if I'm at the gym or if I'm out somewhere, then of course I will keep it in the notes section on my phone. Or if I wrote it as a journal entry, I'll take a picture of it and save it in my notes section of my phone so that I can look at it or make some additional notes. So, my challenge to you this evening is tomorrow, keep a piece of paper handy or, like I said, your phone, and make a list of your actions. What are you doing? What are the tasks that you're doing? Okay. And then, as a step two, identify which ones are directly related to revenue. Because obviously, if they're not directly related to revenue, then and producing revenue, growing revenue, then chances are those other tasks need to be delegated or you need to stop doing them. And if you go through this exercise, it's not as detailed as a time study. I've done time studies with a lot of my clients, especially if they feel that they don't have enough time, like meaning they don't feel that time is abundant, they feel like they're always running behind, then I've done time studies with them where they have to write down. and keep track of every single thing that they're doing, including like waking up, going to the gym, because if and I usually would have them do that for a 7-day period because we can't fix anything that we don't, if we're not aware of it, right? So, what I would encourage you to do tomorrow is write down, keep a note, like I said, or maybe just do a voice memo, everything that you're doing, all the tasks that you're doing. And then as a step two, which tasks are revenue producing? And if you're writing this down, you can just start the revenue producing ones. Okay. And then let me know. I'm going to be conducting a series of workshops and master classes. I like to have these be very interactive and action oriented. So if I'm teaching 3 to 5 steps or 3 to 5 strategies, then I would like everyone that attends to be able to execute on those strategies to actually put those in place in your business or in your sales career so that you can start earning more money so more people know about you because obviously they cannot your clients we don't live in a field of dreams, right? So chances are your clients are not going to just show up at your business doorstep or, if you have an online business, they're just not going to necessarily pop up in your feed without you doing something to attract and nurture them. So try that exercise. I believe that you will come up with some aha moments and you'll be able to make some small shifts. Okay. So have an absolutely awesome evening. Let me know how you do with the challenge that I'm throwing out there to you. And I will look forward to seeing everyone soon. Going to be making an announcement soon, also, as far as if it's going to be a masterclass or a workshop. And I hope that you're able to attend. All right. Have a good evening.